Adrian, I liked your filet mignon. It was a great dish, but I got to put a bit of Zoe back into this. So I'm going to get you to cut some tofu for me.
I knew. I was looking at it thinking you're going to get me to cut it, aren't you? Of course.
Look, before I get you to do that, I'll get you to chop an onion for me. I'm going to make a green curry. Nice. So simple. I've got some great products I can use. I think most people get a bit confused about making a green curry. It can be difficult. Usually the alternatives, which have some really good quality paste. I like to start with virgin coconut oil. Nice. Always choose an organic product when you're using your virgin coconut oil. Nice. Great flavour, because obviously we've already got that lovely Asian feel to this dish.
And you can also rub it on your skin and go out in the sun, can't you?
Wow,
is that
I
possible?
actually do put it on my skin, believe it or not, at night time. So,
but don't go out in the sun.
Don't go out in the sun, yes. So I've got my coconut oil. I'm going to microplane a little bit of beautiful fresh ginger straight into the pan. This is great because it's a one-pan dish. It really is nice and simple.
And what I've done is I've sliced your onions. That's okay for something different?
Straight in there for me?
Great,
Thank you.
Here we go.
Lovely. And of course, garlic. Got to have lots of lovely, lovely garlic. If you don't have a microplane at home, just simple, cheese grater or, just chop it finely. That's not a problem at all.
There you go.
Oh, can you already smell the ginger and the garlic and the onion?
It's smelling good. And if you don't use the ginger and garlic and the onion, you could just use the curry paste and start off with it. But it just adds so much more flavour when you do that.
Yeah. So you just want to sweat this down for a little bit. Now, while we are sweating this down, tofu, da-da!
And you're making me open the packet as well, which
I'm going to make
so
you do every element of this. I love using tofu. It is a great meat substitute, but again, it doesn't even have to be a meat substitute.
There is no substitute for meat. It's an alternative to meat.
It's a great ingredient. It's full of protein, non-genetically modified, and I just love it because it absorbs flavour really, really well. And more the point is that I just love watching my co-host handle the tofu.
Yeah, what sort of size would you like this white lump of...
Goodness. So just little cubes. I think little, 1 to 2 centimetre cubes is fine. Now I'm going to add my green curry paste. When you are choosing the curry paste, if you're not making it yourself, please always choose products that don't have MSG in them. We want gluten-free. It's all about good quality ingredients, good flavours. I'm actually going to put 2 tablespoons. Up to you. And again, you can smell those beautiful different spices straight away.
It's got some sweetness to it as well, which is nice. Yeah.
All right, I've got some capsicum. Again, just little dice of the capsicum. But I'm going to throw my tofu straight into the pan.
Quick, get it out of my sight quickly. There we go.
I like to add the tofu next because, again, I like all of that flavour to permeate through around the tofu.
You wouldn't want to use the silken tofu, the soft stuff of this dish, would you?
I taught him well, you see, after 5 years.
I do carry on about the tofu, but I actually like this type of dish.
Yeah.
It's a nice alternative to using meat. Not that I would ever do that, but this tofu is particularly good for this type of dish.
For me, this dish is a really good sort of Monday to Friday or Monday to Thursday, quick dish, whole family. I mean, I can get Emily to eat these types of foods because I've introduced her to these foods at a really young age. So she's not...
because she's young and she doesn't know that it's not meat yet. You've told her it's like a big chicken.
Hey, come on. I get her eating red meat and chicken and fish. I've introduced her to all of these things, try to keep her repertoire, her food repertoire as expansive as it possibly can be. I've got some frozen peas, so straight into the pan, and a little bit more capsicum. And then I'm just going to use a vegetable stock. Look, you don't have to use veggie stock. The paste itself has got so much flavour in it. You could just use water. Exactly. That's not a problem.
Warm water from the tap would be fine.
Yeah.
Capsicum in there. Great colours. Great colours, the green, the red and the white. It's probably a flag somewhere in the world.
And for a little bit of richness and velvety element to it, I'm going to add some coconut milk, just a little bit. Doesn't need too much of it in there.
Now, I'll just chop this rocket and coriander up for you.
So that's what we're going to sort of throw in there. Look, I think also the good thing about tofu is it's cheap, it's not an expensive thing to buy. Again, it's something that you can pop in the fridge and you can leave it there until you use it. This is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. I've got some beautiful rocket and some coriander. I'm going to throw that in the end. I've already gone and cooked some brown rice or quinoa if you like, and I'm going to serve it with that. So So you can see that's reduced down a little bit. Adrian, I've got some brown rice and some coriander, so I'm getting you to do tofu. Now you can do the brown rice. Mix it all together.
You're pushing it now, aren't you?
Always pushing the pressure. I've got some lovely rocket. Now, if you don't like rocket, or it is possibly a little bit too expensive, not on sale where you're going, you could use baby spinach, you could use cabbage, you could use a normal lettuce. All of that would work really
Could even
well.
use parsley in there if you really wanted to.
Yeah, sure. Oh, look at the colours. I love green curry.
You're making it even greener by adding that green stuff at the end, so it's like a double green curry, isn't it?
It's my favourite colour.
And it's thickened up nicely as well. It's sort of, got that really nice, thick consistency to it. I'm trying to talk up the tofu as best I can.
I'm just excited that you're going to eat it, really. I know you're doing this for the love and the friendship, so I do appreciate it.
For you, I'd eat it. Because, just about every time we cook tofu, I'm surprised it is quite good. It's not my favourite thing in the world, as you know, but I do think it's got its place.
Look, I think when you're cooking something like a green curry, just having alternatives that are really cost-effective is a great way to get these types of cuisines into your diet. Variety is the spice of life, isn't that what they say?
It is. I do like the texture of the tofu, and I do like that it takes on so many flavours like the green curry. And it is. It's got that lovely flavour to it. And that probably took 10, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's an easy thing to cook, isn't it?
Look, it really is an easy dish. You know what? Budget meals don't mean that we have to substitute on good flavour. We've done 3 really awesome dishes, but the tofu, for me, it's singing out.